Thanks for watching my video. Today's story comes out of the Tampa Bay area in South Central Pasco County, and it involves an inpatient residential program facility that receives government funding. It's a facility that allegedly helps patients dealing with addictions. An article out of the Tampa Bay Times from 2019 states, more than 2,000 people arrive each year at North Tampa Behavioral Health in extreme crisis. They are checked in under a state law that lets mental health centers keep people who might hurt themselves or others for up to 72 hours. But when that time is over, some patients find themselves held captive by the place that is supposed to protect them. On January 14th, 2024, a 40-year-old caregiver at the facility by the name of Michael Campbell has been arrested by the Pasco County Sheriff's Office and is being held with a bond of $50,000 on a charge of sexual battery with oral or anal, victim 18+, offender 18+, special circumstances. The probable cause statement for that charge reads as follows. On January 14th, 2024, I made contact with the victim who was a patient at redacted. The victim advised the defendant entered into her private bedroom while she was in the shower. When the victim exited the shower, the defendant was standing in the bathroom with his pants down and his penis exposed. The victim advised the defendant directed her out of the shower and moved her to the sink. According to the victim, the defendant told her to put her hands on the sink. The victim complied with the defendant's instructions. The victim said while her hands were on the sink, her back was to the defendant. The victim said the defendant then inserted his penis into her vagina. The victim said the defendant ejaculated into the victim's vagina, cleaned himself with toilet paper, and then exited the room. The victim said this lasted 10 to 15 minutes. The victim advised she did not consent to having sex with the defendant, and she complied because she feared retaliation from the defendant or facility if she told anyone what happened. During a non-custodial interview, the defendant admitted to having sex with the victim, but said it was consensual. The defendant said he did go into the victim's bedroom, but she was standing at the edge of her bed and fully clothed. The defendant said once in the victim's bedroom, he followed the victim into the bathroom. The defendant said the victim pulled her pants and underwear down to her knees and then placed her hands on the sink. The defendant said he then inserted his penis into the victim's vagina and ejaculated into the victim's vagina. The defendant said he then cleaned himself off with toilet paper and then exited the victim's room. At the time, the defendant was employed at redacted and was in a position of authority. The defendant's job title is a redacted. The defendant's job title and responsibilities include monitoring the patients, coordinating patients' daily activities, providing food and routine checks on patients' locations. The defendant's position could reasonably lead the victim to believe the defendant was in a position of control and authority over the victim. The defendant was arrested for sexual battery on victim 18+. Offender is 18+, under specified circumstances and transported to Land O'Lakes Jail. That is the end of the probable cause statement. Again, thanks for watching and be careful out there.